I'm going to give you a straight Crux Deluxe Crucifixus Beatificus statement that gives you a clear statement of what Dudael is. It's in Rockwell, Texas. It's an underground ancient structure, a huge wall. Okay, and I'm going to give you a preview. This is a actual program that I watched once about 2 years ago. I'm watching it again that discusses Dudael, the underground structure built, the second Tartarus, not in Greece. Okay, so once again, we know about, I don't know if you know about the first Tartarus, but the first Tartarus in Greece is a place that is literally almost inaccessible. It oozes poison gas. It's literally a place where you dwell too long in it, it will kill you, okay? But I'm going to read this. This is about what happened to the angels of evil in their excursion into our planet to basically have pleasures and to deprive us men of our eternal soulmates because they killed theirs, because that's their real pleasure. They're misdriven by that storm. So let's read this. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spake and sent Uriel, that's the archangel who has rule over Tartarus. Tartarus is from the Greek word tartaru, okay, deep pits, to the son of Lamech, and said to him, go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world. I might also want to make a point that in this text, it also is mentioned that the angels built the ark for him. Yes, it actually says that. It's something else you may want to look into because there's always been a scandal about Noah making the ark by himself. And it's actually in the Enoch text. It says that the angels built the ark, or at least work with them. So it's something you might want to consider, okay, in terms of extra evidence, something to take into consideration, okay? So let's see. And again the Lord said to Raphael, bind who else? Azazel, the original Alita, the ruler of the multiverse, the traitor, okay? Hand and foot, the one who the scripture says attribute all sin to Azazel, the very apocalypse, because he was the high ruler of all, and caused more harm than anyone, even than Shiva, aka Shamzaza, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover his face that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth, which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague. Okay, now once again, what's the problem? The American government based their hypocritical system on what these angels taught them, and at a certain point during the civil rights movement, at least once, they went down into the Dudael and dug these angels up. Now, this discussion is going to give you more. Listen to what this man has to say.
On all four sides, you'll find parallel lines. They don't look like natural geological formations to most people.
Well, those look like you could very well have been dressed, and there's a big slab right there.
So you don't find a complete randomness to the structure of the wall itself. You find a lot of uniformity in certain places.
Okay, like it's been man-made.
That's what it suggests to me.
I'm looking at these pictures, and I mean, I had all these people contact me about this, but before that, I never knew anything about this. Why is that?
I think that there may have been a little bit of a cover-up over the years, Scott.
A cover-up?
And I think there may have been a little bit of a conspiracy to kind of hide the nature of the wall.
What evidence do you have that there might have been one?
Well, there have been some excavations that have ended fairly abruptly. There have even been some experts that came out and checked out the wall, gave some opinions, and then when they found out some of the other evidence about the wall, they changed their minds and decided they didn't want to publish any of their findings.
Why do you think somebody would want to hide this? I mean, if it was man-made, do you think they want people to know?
Some of these people on this land don't want to have an archaeological site on their land because then it can't be developed.
So you think people are worried about the government coming in and taking their land if this is an archaeological site, and they won't let them develop it? Well, I tell you what, I need to see this wall.
The one problem we have is the wall's underground right now.
Okay, aren't there any open excavations?
No open excavations. Over the years, people have dug up the wall and then they always backfill it. I guess they don't want trespassers on their property.
Okay. You know what? I remember in one of the emails I got, wasn't there a guy spent $80,000 on an excavation?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. His name's Kevin Richardson. He did some excavations on the wall a while back. I think maybe you guys need to meet.
Now I'm going to scroll back because I'm going to give you more of a view of what
Bet
this
you did. It's pretty
structure
popular.
looks like, so you
Obviously,
can
the
get a gist
town
of
was
what we're
named after
talking
the wall,
about.
so a lot of people know it.
Okay. So once again, this shows you actual parts of the wall that they discovered. Okay, and you're going to find out about its massiveness of its structure. Okay. This is what is called Dudael. Okay. Because whether you knew it or not, the Americas were also one time populated, and the angels of evil wiped out large part because they contained, once again, superior seed, mixed race people. Okay. The Americas was, in ancient days, called the Empire of the Americas. It was wiped out by the angels of evil. Okay. So once again, and the archangels had to literally save our planet. So things like I said, the asteroid belt, the remnants of at least one planet destroyed in interplanetary warfare. Okay. So once again, I want you to see that how massive the structure
The history
is.
that we were all taught growing up is wrong. My name is Scott Walter, and I'm a forensic geologist. There's a hidden history in this country that nobody knows about. There are pyramids here.
And also, at the end of this program, he also was turned away. And he talked about getting into the roots of something, and I'm going to do this and that, and he ended up doing the same thing everyone else did, was basically just dismissed and completely made it a complete about face at the end of the program, once again. Like Roswell kind of stuff, because it's connected to Roswell. So,
Rockwall, Texas.
once again, now look at this structure. I'll give you a view of the structure.
Claim to fame. The mysterious wall said to snake for miles beneath the city.
Look how big this is.
3 farmers stumbled across the massive stone wall in 1852. It's rumored to be 20 miles long and 7 stories deep.
You hear that?
And
20
people in
miles
these
long,
parts
7
believe
stories
it was
deep.
the work of an ancient civilization. Rumor has it the wall used to be above ground, but the wall and the truth about its origin.
Okay, now I'm going to
have been
scroll to the
buried
end
over
because I want
time.
to see if you can see the part I'm talking
I don't
about, just for the posterity.
Everything that you guys
Now
have
look at
said
this.
and thought about this wall being so amazing is still valid. Sometimes nature plays tricks and pulls a fast one on us, and this is one of those times.
Good. Well, it's still a part of the local heritage, and obviously the town was named for it, so it's good to know that it is a unique formation, something we can still be proud of.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, it looks like a man-made wall. It absolutely does. This is the most unusual geologic phenomena I have probably ever seen. It turns out this geological formation is a massive sand dike. There are several hundred
Sand
feet
dike.
of clay beneath the surface here.
I knew
Millions
that
of
about-
years ago, that clay hardened and cracked. Overlying pressure of the hardened clay forced a juicy mix of clay, sand, and water up through the fracture. Eventually it hardened, broke up naturally into blocks, and became the rock wall.
I'll tell you
It's
what,
totally
when you look at the wall, you know that that's a fanciful explanation because they don't want you to know what's really there. If you look at the wall, it's evidently he's man-made, then they're saying it's not. So once again, nothing against him, but there's a constant, as they said, conspiracy and revisionist issue because what? Because it will lead you back to what I'm telling you. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm also going to leave the final judgments about this subject completely up to who listens. And I would insist that rather than scoffing, mocking, being idiosyncratic, assuming, casting aspersions, look at the facts. Look into the facts. In the end, that's all, as I say, just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, sir, okay? So I told you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, not peradventure more or less. I would insist that you settle for nothing less than that.